Ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome you here today for the Ram and Male Show. We're going to start with our breeding sheep division, then we'll go into our weather sires, and then we'll go into our weather division. Ladies and gentlemen, there are sale orders at the clerk's table here at underneath the tents. Also, we do have a sale catalog for tonight for our Royal Flush Proven Female Genetics sale, which will be immediately following the Grand Champion drives, which our estimated time is going to be between 6:30 and 7 o'clock tonight. We're excited about that sale. There's lots of good opportunities there if you guys are looking for some good genetics and good females and embryo and flush prospects. So if you would, grab that catalog and browse through that today with you. We do want to thank our sponsors, our ring sponsors today. One of our ring sponsors and our hot hat sponsor is the University of Idaho, the Sheep Center. They've been a great participant over the years. We've seen a lot of fine young people that have went through that program. And if you're interested in a good sheep program, that is one to look into. Our other ring sponsors are our RSG Reproductive Specialty Group. They are here under the overhang. You can visit with them today. Showright Feeds would be another ring sponsor we have, and Sullivan Supply. And also, don't forget to visit Sullivan Supply on the east end of our pavilion today, or parking garage, for any of your show needs. Again, we want to mention that Royal Flush Proven Genetics sale, and they are also sponsored by the University of Idaho Sheep Center. So we appreciate you being here today. We're looking forward to a great event.
Over here for the yearling buck class. The buck I'm going to start with is a real big body buck. He's real round. You get your hands on the top side of this buck. He's real thick down his top, out through his loin, his hip. A buck that, for me today, he excels the class just when you get him into motion. He gets out and he takes a really long free stride. We're going to start with him. The buck in second, another buck that just maybe not quite as much total mass to him, but another buck that's got plenty of turn to his rib. A buck that when I get him into motion, I'd like to just improve him a little bit there to get around the buck we win the class with. But two very nice individuals to start off this morning.
We now invite you all to come out and give a handle on these rams. Results from class number 46, Suffolk Fitted Yearling Rams. First place, lot 7, Hugh Creek Suffolks. Second place, lot 21, A and K Suffolks. Now entering the ring is class number 47, Suffolk Fitted Spring Ram Lambs, January.
Only a single entry in this class, but a buck is very nice individual to start off this class with. A buck that's good on his feet and legs. A buck that has got quite a bit of pounds per day of age. A buck that's got some natural thickness and working down into the center part of his quarter. Just a real nice individual to start this class.
We now invite you all to come out and give a handle. Results from class number 47, Suffolk Fitted Spring Ram Lambs, January's. First place, lot number 4, JMG Suffolks. Now entering the ring is class number 48, Suffolk Fitted Spring Ram Lambs, February's.
Another single entry here in this Suffolk Buckland class. A bucket is really nice structured. A bucket stands on plenty of substance of bone. A bucket, when you get your hands on him, he doesn't disappoint you any. He's really good down his top. He's real big in his loin. Out through his hip, and he's got plenty of center part of muscle and through the center part of his leg. A bucket's got a real nice turn to his rib. A bucket's just a really nice structured buck when you get him in the motion, and also really nice individual.
Now invite you all to come out and give a handle. Results from class number 48, Suffolk Fitted Spring Ram Lambs, February's. First place, lot number 5, JMG Suffolks. Now in the ring, we will be selecting our champion and reserve champion, Suffolk Fitted Spring Ram Lambs Juniors.
For me today, I'm going to stick with this February buck lamb. He'll be your junior champion buck, and we'll follow up with our January buck for reserve junior champion buck.
Your junior champion, Suffolk Fitted Ram, comes out of class number 48, lot number 5, JMG Suffolks, and your reserve comes out of class number 47, lot number 4, JMG Suffolks. Now in the ring, we will be selecting our champion fitted Suffolk Ram.
Plenty of substance of bone, a bucket when you get your hands on him. He's really broad and opened up in his cage and carries a lot of natural thickness out through his loin and that hip. He's going to be your champion Suffolk buck today. And I think he gets a lot closer for me between the second place yearling buck and then our reserve senior champion and then our junior champion buck. For me today, I guess I like a little bit of the added bones, mass of bone on our junior champion buck. I like that he's a little bit more opened up. When you get him into motion, I think he travels just a nickel better than our yearling buck. Our junior champion buck, he'll be a reserve Suffolk fitted buck today.
Your champion Suffolk Fitted Ram comes out of class number 46, lot number 7, Hugh Creek Suffolks. Your reserve comes out of class number 48 in your junior division, lot number 5, JMG Suffolks. Now entering the ring is class number 49, Suffolk Slick Yearling Rams.
This slick yearling buck class. This is an awful good set of yearling bucks, slick Suffolk bucks. If you guys are in the market, you really need to get in here and evaluate these guys, tear them down, and decide what you want to do and how you want to put them together to buy them. The buck I'm going to start with is a buck that probably, for me today, he balances up more. He's more kind of the combination buck, more the show buck, and kind of the more the muscle buck put together. He's really good on his feet and legs. He stands on a substantial amount of bone. Buck that's really nice about his shoulder, the way his neck lays in, his chest floor, and his brisket plate lays good. A buck that's got plenty of muscle. All three of these bucks got way more muscle than you really need. But just an awful nice individual to start with. The buck in second, a buck I'd like to maybe just change him a little tick about his brisket plate. When you get him into motion, it kind of comes out of him. A bucket, but boy, when you get up over top of this guy, he is super stout. He is big back through his loin and his hip. A bucket is real round in his body. Another bucket stands on a really good set of feet and legs and substantial amount of bone work. A bucket for me, he gets maybe a little tick shorter in his neck. I'd like to change his neck set, make it come out of the top of his shoulder a little bit compared to our class winner. The buck in third place, another buck that's really good in his own right. He just lightens up a little bit in his bone work compared to the two right in front of him. Is he frail bone? Absolutely not. But you got to kind of make decisions, and that's where I say compared to the two bucks that's right in front of him too. Like I said, an awful nice trio of yearling bucks. You guys get out here and handle them and decide the way you want to buy them.
We now invite you all to come out and give a handle. Results from class number 49, Suffolk Slick Yearling Rams. First place, lot number 1, Macaulay Suffolks. Second place, lot number 15, University of Idaho Sheep Center. Third place, lot 14, University of Idaho Sheep Center. ram.
Only a single entry here, but a bucket could stand some more competition. A bucket's really got some base width when you put him into motion and he gets out and travels free and easy. Excuse me. A bucket's got some natural thickness to him. A bucket's really thick out through the center part of his leg. A bucket, just a really nice individual to start this class. Like I said, he could stand some more competition.
We now invite you all to come out and give a handle. Results from class number 50, Suffolk Slick Fall Ram Lambs. First place, lot number 18, Joe Olson. Now in the ring, we will be selecting our champion and reserve champion, Slick Suffolk Ram.
Like I said in class, I thought that trio of yearling slick bucks were awful good all the way, all three of them. I'm going to stick with my pair of yearling bucks. They're going to be your senior or your grand and reserve, I guess. Yeah, senior champion, reserve, and grand reserve.
Your champion, Suffolk Slick Ram, comes out of class number 49, lot number 1, Macaulay Suffolks. Your reserve also comes out of class number 49, lot number 15, University of Idaho Sheep Center. Now entering the ring is class number 51.
Little old work. He asked him to. Sheep is shallow. He's a nice individual to start this class, and he's got a really nice uniform fleece on him.
We now invite you all to come look and give a handle. Results from class number 51, Valet Black Nose Rams, lot number 56, Steps Little Farm. Now entering the ring is class number 52, Baby Doll Southdown Rams.
Another single entry here, but a really good buck in his own right. A baby dog down buck just stands on a really big foot and got a lot of substance of bone. When you get your hands on him, this old sheep, he really opened up in his cage. He's big in his top and out through his loin, out through his hip, center part of his leg. Really good on as far as his shoulder lays and his neck set comes out. He's got a really nice fleece uniform on him. Just a really nice, high-quality individual.
We now invite you all to come out and give a handle. Results from class number 52, Baby Doll Southdown Ram, lot number first place, lot number 31, Fisher Club Lamps. Now entering the ring is class number 53, Crossbreed yearling rams.
Right, good morning. Here to start our show off here into our ram categories. The ram that we're going to lead off with, our yearling here, is just a ram that puts a lot more pieces together. He's just super clean up and through his front end. He really opens up in his rectangular shape right through his rib cage area. A ram, when you watch him on the move, he stays together fairly well right in through his hip design. We like that about him. Right behind his pointed shoulder, when we get right into that center part of the loin, the ram that we got in second just opens up just a little bit more in that area. I really like how he's clean down in the lower part of his shoulder design. We like the curvature that he has when you view him from behind, especially about his lower part of his stifle. When you get off to the side, we just like to stouten him up just a little bit more in his foot and bone and substance. But here's another yearling buck that has a lot of things that you could use in your flock. The ram that we have in third, here's another one that's got a powerful top shape in him right through the center part of his loin. You like that about him. You like his levelness and his squareness. Just on the move, we just like to make him just not shallower. But let's go ahead and give these guys a good round of applause as we do start, and come on out and handle.
We now invite you all to come out and give a handle. Results from class lot 311, DBL Wood Showstock. Second place, lot 258, A-Hart Club Lambs. Third place, lot 229, A-Plus Club Lambs. Just a reminder for this evening, the grand drive starts at 5:30 p.m. and immediately after we will be following with our Royal Flush proven female genetics sale. So please stick around for that. Also, after the ram show is concluded, we will be doing showmanship as well as adult showmanship.
As we bring that Class 54 to the ring at this time, do want to make a few announcements. The schedule for today, we're going to go through our weather sires, and then we'll do our weather show. At 5:30, our Grand Champion Drive will begin. We'll start with the breeding rams. We'll go into the weather sires. Then we'll do the breeding ewes, and then we'll go into the weather dams. At the conclusion of our Grand Champion Drives, we do have a new event that we're going to have called the Royal Flush Proven Genetics Sale, and that will start at 6:30 or immediately following the Grand Champion Drive. There's a great set of genetics for that offering. We do have a catalog at the clerk's table. You can get that catalog, and you can also get your buyer number there today. The buyer number will be good for today and tomorrow. So if you want to go ahead and get registered for your buyer number for tomorrow, you can get that at the clerk's table also. We do want to recognize our sponsors for the show today. The University of Idaho, they're our Royal Flush sale sponsor. They are also our hat sponsor for all our class winners today. They have been a great participant at the Nugget All-American for several years. And I do encourage you, if you have any young people that are looking to go into the sheep business, they have a great program there at the University of Idaho, and a great set of people. We've seen a lot of good young people come out of that program. Also want to recognize our Showright Feeds and Sullivan Supply. If you to have you here today, and also for the showmanship events for our youth. Up with that at the I'm going to turn this over to Sam because he's got a little more knowledge of that.
If you all would like to sign up for adult showmanship or nominate anybody for adult showmanship, please see Scott Lane or Tim Turak or any other board member. It's $20 to buy in, and if you would like to buy out, it's double down. So if you get nominated with $20, you got to pay $40 to get out. So. If you would like to do youth showmanship, at the conclusion of the Ram show, we will be starting that. Just show up at the ring, and if you have any questions about that, please see Chaston, and he'll get you taken care of. Now in the ring is class number 54, Crossbred Ram Lambs. Correction, youth showmanship starts at 2:15. Once again, youth showmanship starts at 2:15.
Here at our buck lamb class of our crosses, the two bucks that we got up here on the upper end, have a the ram that we're going to lead off with is just a notch taller fronted right up in the upper part of his shoulder design. He's better down to the lower part of his shoulder, especially when you view him out on the move. He just stays together better right in through his top line. He's really good and level up and through his hip design. We like the extra length of body he has from flank to flank, but he stays together. He has a little bit more substance of bone to go along with it. The ram that we got in second, we love him when we view him from behind, especially turns out into the outer part of the stifle. That's where he's got a little bit more advantage comparably to the ram that we're leading with. Here's one that's really opened up through the center part of his loin, right over his rack area. Like that about him, just like to make him just a notch shallower when we view him from on the side profile. The ram that we got coming next, here's another one you really like a lot of pieces about him, extremely long-bodied, long in his overall hind saddle. If you need to do that, this guy can really put those pieces together. You get when we get him on the move, I just like to see him track just a little bit better. I like to see him just a notch more. Here's a ram. When you view him from behind, it's got a lot of the lower part of that stifle into up in through his front end. We just like to see him notch smoother right in through his top line. The ram that we're ending the class is just probably the ram that has the most youthfulness about him right now today. But here's a lamb that really has some features to him too that can get you ahead. He's a really tremendously long hind saddle. Once again, let's go ahead and give these breeders another good round of applause.
We now invite you all to come out and give a handle. Results from class number 54, Crossbred Rams. First place, lot 339, Johnson Family Showstock. Second place, lot 222, Miller Farms. Third place, lot 234, Desert Sage Show Lambs. Fourth place, lot 340, Johnson Family Showstock. Fifth place, lot 437, Brady Show Lambs. Now entering the ring is class number 55, Crossbred Ram Lambs. Reminder, we need those first and seconds from class number 54 to be ringside and ready, please, as well as class number 53.
Just a really good class here from all the way through here on these buck lambs. The two that we got up here on the upper end, you can see the differences between them. The one that we're going to lead off with just stays together and balances better from end to end. He's really good up and through the upper part of his hip. He's really long and level up and through that hip design. We get through the center part of his loin, and I love how he opens up through that center part of his loin, and then he stays so good and so neat down into the lower part of that shoulder. He really has that extra extension up and through that front end. He's super clean down into the lower part of that breastbone area. We get him out on the move, and this guy can track really good from those front legs right into those hind legs set. He sets them down really good and square when you view him from behind. The ram lamb that we got in second, here's a powerhouse buck lamb that's got tremendous amount of muscularity in him. You love that about him. You love that lower part of stifle that he has. When you view him from behind, I love the upper part of that hip design. I just like to level him and make him a little longer right in through that hip. Just blend him just a tick better right in through that hip loin. But love his front end. Love that shallowness that he has down in the lower part of his rib cage area. Another really good immature type of buck lamb that's coming out in third. Here's one that's tremendously long and through his hind saddle area. I like that about him. I love his length of hip that he does have. He's so good and so smooth down into the lower part of that shoulder design. He's really good into the upper part of that shoulder. We just like to make him a little bit more open when you get right behind him, right in through that rib cage area. But here's a buck lamb that's got a lot of positives, and definitely check him out. The buck lamb that we're in the class, here's one that's just really young and very immature. He's got a lot of product up inside of him, right into the center part of that loin. But let's go ahead and give these breeders another good round of applause on another really good class.
We now invite you all to come out and give a handle. Results on class number 55, Crossbred Red Lambs. First place, lot 333, Pharaoh W2 Club Lambs. Second place, lot 278, Northern Star Livestock. Third place, lot 216, Odd Club Lambs. Fourth place, lot 429, Desert Club Lambs. Now in the ring, we will be selecting our junior champion crossbred ram. We need those first and seconds from class number 54 and 55 in the ring, please. We also need those first and seconds from class number 53 to be ringside and ready, please, for overall champion crossbred ram.
As we get out here for our junior champion, and again, I think we've got a nice set of buck lambs. And again, I don't know, what our expectations were when we come to look at and see some of the buck lambs a little later in season, and these absolutely meet our expectations. I think the quality out of all four of these are incredible. I think as you find a set of bucks that you can kind of put into position as you watch these out here in motion, and the way they stay together and stay assembled and still got muscular shape and a neat kind of look to them. We get a chance with our operation of traveling all over the country and looking at bucks, and you don't find a lot of them that are built like these, that have got this kind of quality and this kind, and you got the ability to kind of put them together and maybe put one there at the farm or put one in the stud that can tie together some neat things and offer some of the extra intangibles that we're all kind of looking for. We're both in agree here on the buck that we're going to use. I think one that's ultra square. I think he's very shapy. I think you get around the front 2/3 of him, he kind of seals the deal as you get out through his neck and out through his blade and out through the lower part of his chest plate. And then you watch him in motion from behind. He cracks open really good. The lucky number 333 is going to be our champion out of this group. Congratulations. And again, I think for us, we thought this was a close decision. And again, I think both these that are in contentions, all three of them, I think are high quality and high valuable bucks to go into anybody's program. But the two we're contending with here, and again, are really, really good. I think, and again, we talked about a little bit that one's maybe just a little more unique and some things from the standpoint of some maybe a little bit of that wilder intangibles of being out through the front third of his body is just crazy from his width of structure, the way he opens up, and tremendous amount of turn to his shape and his muscle. The second place one there will be our reserve. Congratulations.
Your junior champion crossbred ram came out of class number 55, lot 333, Pharaoh W2 Club Lambs. Your reserve also came out of class number 55, lot 278, Northern Star Livestock. Now in the ring, we will be selecting your champion overall crossbred ram.
As we get out here for our champion cross and reserve, and again, we like these all four again very well. The yearlings come in here, and again, you can tell a lot about them. I think maturity-wise, I don't think there's a lot of guessing. They're stout. They've got some squareness. They got some shape, some power to them. They do some things that we think extremely well as we get out here. The buck lambs, as we look at these pair out here, and again, I think bring some of the neat intangibles, maybe a little more guesswork, but I like some of the guesswork, headed the right direction on these guys as we kind of study them from some of the breeding parts that they have to offer also out here. We're going to stick with the pair of buck lambs for champion and reserve. Congratulations, guys.
Your champion crossbred ram is our junior champion, lot number 333, Pharaoh W2 Club Lambs. Your reserve is also your reserve champion junior ram, lot 278, Northern Star Livestock. Now in the ring is class number 56, Dorset Ram Lambs.
here in our first class of our Dorset buck lambs. The two buck lambs, you'll see the differences from the outside. We chose to go with the guy that is just more up and out, right in through his front end. He's really good and tall up and through the upper part of his shoulder. I like how he opens up right in through his rack area. You get through the center part of his loin, he's really just a tick better there, just lengthen his hip out. But here's a guy that can make some changes right up and through the front end of those sheep, have that length of loin and the style to go along with it. The buck lamb that we got in second, here's one that can just mask them up. He's got a lot of power in him right through the center part of his loin. You like that about him. He's robust in his under cage and how he's just put together. When we get right up on top of him, study him from behind, I just like to open him up right in through his rib cage area, make him a notch shallower there. Once again, let's go ahead and give these breeders another good round of applause.
We now invite you all to come out and give a handle. Results from class number 56, Dorset Ram Lambs. First place, lot 248, Dow Club Lambs. Second place, lot 243, Johnston Club Lambs. Now entering the ring is class number 57, Dorset Ram Lambs. Just a reminder for showmanship, if you would like to use showmanship, please be at the ring at 2:15. If you have any questions, please talk to Chasten. For adult showmanship, please contact Scott Lane or Tim Turak to sign up for adult showmanship or ask any other board member. It is a minimum $20 buy-in or double the money to buy out. We will also begin the grand drive starting at 5:30 p.m. this evening. Immediately following the grand drive, we will begin the Royal Flush Proven Genetics sale right here at the show ring. At this time, we would like to thank our ring sponsors for this weekend: RSG Reproductive Specialty Group, Showright Feeds, University of Idaho Sheep Center, and Sullivan Supply.
In our second class here of Dorset buck lambs, we got several interesting designs and pieces that are in here, and buck lambs that just put a lot of the power along with the structural correctness that we're looking for. The buck lamb that we're going to lead off with, the front 2/3 of that buck you love really good. He's got a lot of substance of bone. He sets down. He's up and out right in through his front end. He's really good down in the lower part of his shoulder. He is the best right in through his rack area. You get through the center part of that loin, and you really like how he opens up. When we get him on the move, I'd like to lengthen his hip just a little bit, but he's got the total amount of product right up into the upper part of that hip design and down into the lower part of that leg area. The ram that we got coming out next, here's another guy that's extremely long-fronted. You really like the length of neck that he does have. He's got a really good length of height saddle along with it. Just when we get a little outpowered compared to the buck right behind him. But here's another one that you just really like, the over amount of smoothness that he has up and through his front end. The little guy that we got coming out next, here's one that to me is just really interesting. He's got a lot of feature up and through his front end. He's got a really good handle right down through his top line. This guy just needs some more time, but he's got some really high quality sitting inside him. The next two buck lambs, here's two buck lambs that are really long from flank to flank. You like that about them. They got a lot of smoothness up into the upper part of that shoulder. You really like them up into the upper part of their neck area and how they hook right into their shoulder design. Just today, we just need to open them up when we view them from behind and just give them a little more robust right in through that rectangular shape in through that rib cage area. But some really good buck lambs all the way down through. Once again, let's go ahead and give them another really good round of applause here.
We now invite you all to come out and give a handle. Results from class number 57, Dorset Rams. First place, lot 272, to Walt Livestock. Second place, lot 364, Fisher Club Lambs. Third place, lot 262, Foreman Livestock. Fourth place, lot 412, Stardust Sheep Farm. Fifth place, lot 249, Dorset's by Grace. Now entering the ring, we will be selecting our champion Dorset Ram. Just a reminder for you all, starting at 5:30 p.m., we will begin the grand drive. Immediately following, we will have our Royal Flush Proven Genetics sale here at the show ring. Also, if you were interested in doing youth showmanship, please meet at the ring at 2:15. And if you have any other questions, please get a hold of Chasten. Also, with our adult showmanship, if you're interested in doing that or nominating somebody to do that, please contact Scott Lane or Tim Turak or any other adult board member. It is a $20 buy-in and a double down option to buy out.
as we get out here at our Dorset drive. And again, I think close. I think there's lots of different little things. I think maybe separate them in a different spot or two. And in the one that we're going to land on, one that really meets your hand with some power, some shape when you get right up over the top of him. Big old upper hip and rump. Still got a tremendous amount of turn. Love the extra stoutness, a feature that he's got. I think he's a neat combination one there with some power, some up and out, and look. 272 will be our champion. Congratulations. As we get out here for reserve, and again, I think it's probably a little bit closer in our opinion as we kind of watch these two buck lambs out here, and from a standpoint of a little different maturities and the way those things kind of read to us. And we love the look. I think that from the standpoint of both of these are both a little more up and out, really good pattern, good design. We are there. Probably the one for us, probably that stays probably just a little more boxied up. I think still very level out of his hip and his rump and his design. Really up front is our second place there. That one will be reserved. Congratulations.
Your grand champion Dorset Ram came out of class number 57, lot 272, to Walt Livestock. Your reserve also came out of class number 50. Your reserve also came out of class number 57, lot 364, Fisher Mayo Club Lambs. Now in the ring is class number 58, Dorset Advantage Yearling Rams.
we've just got the pair of them in our influence class, and again, didn't quite expect to see a pair of them quite of this particular caliber. These two, again, I invite you when we get done talking these to come out and handle them. They fit into the program. Both these are exceptional bucks as we kind of look and study them, and both of them have a lot of good things to offer. I think the buck we're going to lead off with for Candy and I, that one is extra stout featured. I think that one's got a great big back and top and opens up into a really good center cage and maintains that extra width right through the middle of his stifle and out through his hip and rump. And he gives you a really good presence when he comes out and kind of makes it good, puts him in motion. He stays really good in his lines. I think one there that has some outside parameters that I think got some reaching power when we start just talking about just neat kind of genetic material to work with. The one that goes in the reserve spot, and then again, I think that one is incredible in his touch. He's really good when we get out through the front third of him, comes up and out of that neck, really clean busted, really good in that particular line. So we see him get him out here in motion. Maybe doesn't get quite as assembled as the one we're leading off with, but again, these are two really good kind of yearling bucks there with maybe just a little subtle differences to offer, but both very, very strong. So congratulations on these guys, and give these guys a real nice round of applause. Congratulations.
We now invite you all to come out and give a handle. Results from your champion Dorset Advantage yearling ram and overall champion ram in the Dorset Advantages comes out of class number 58, lot 277, Northern Star Livestock. Your reserve also comes out of class number 58, lot 343, Johnson Family Showstock. Now entering the ring is class number 59, Speckled Ram Lamb.
here in our speckled face buck lambs, we may only have one entry, but this is an extremely good buck lamb from end to end. Another buck lamb that's really smooth in his design, that has tremendous amount of flexibility when we get him out on the movement. He stays together really good in the upper part of his hip design, right in through the upper part of that shoulder. He blends so good down in the lower part of that rib cage area. He opens up extremely good. Here's one that can do a lot for many flocks. So if you're interested in a speckled buck lamb, this guy's got a lot of qualities here. So let's go ahead and give this young group of breeders here another round of applause here with their quality.
We now invite you all to come out and give a handle. Results from class number 59 speckled ram lambs, and your champion speckled ram lamb comes out of class number 59, lot 356 Mickelson Club lambs. We would like to thank our sponsors for this weekend: Sullivan Supply, University of Idaho Sheep Center, Showright Feeds, and RSG Repro Specialty Group. RSG is set up here under the awning. Feel free to give them a visit.
Our Hampshire yearling here, only one entry, but again, another really powerful entry. Here's a guy that has a lot of substance of bone, her feet and legs extremely good. When you get him out on the move, he stays together really good. He is really wide base when you view him from behind. He's really good into the upper part of that dock area. He has tremendous amount of length, the hind saddle in this guy, so good and so smooth up and through his front end for the tremendous amount of muscularity has. Once again, let's give these breeders another good round of applause.
We now invite you all to come out and give a handle. Results from class number 60 Hampshire yearling rams, and also your champion senior Hampshire ram, lot 338 Johnson Family Show Stock. Now entering the ring is class number 61, Hampshire Ram Lambs.
We just got the one buck lamb here in our Hampshire drive, and again, I think one there that combines some things that we're sure looking for. I think one that really balances up extremely well. You can see right down his top line, he's smooth, he's up front, and he's got a good build. He's up on his toes, he's very correct in his structural build, and you get up on him, I think that one that wedges really good. I think he's got a big old upper pin set. He's got some outer turn to his stifle and his muscular shape. Again, I think one that proudly represents the breed really well, and I think can kind of push you forward in a lot of the good direction. So feel free to come out and handle him. I think this is a real nice young Hampshire buck lamb.
Results from class number 61, Hampshire Ram Lambs. And your champion junior Hampshire Ram comes out of class number 61, lot 341, Johnson Family Show Stock. We now invite you all to come out and give a handle. Now in the ring, we are selecting our champion Hampshire Ram.
really a nice pair here as we look at in our Hampshire drive. And again, I think it's close. We actually kind of debated back and forth as we kind of looked at both of these, and quite honestly, each one of us liked one a little better than the other. So I think it's close. I think both of these bucks have really good things to offer. We're going to lean to the yearling. I think just his extra stoutness of feature. That one there, he's up, he's out, he's square, he's level. We see him a little more where we're at today with him. Our buck lamb there again, lots of shape, very square in his build when we get right behind him. And again, lots of product, lots of shape. Two very good ones here to represent our Hampshire breed. Congratulations again.
Your champion Hampshire Ram comes out of class number 60, lot 338, Johnson Family Show Stock. Your reserve comes out of class number 61, lot 341, Johnson Family Show Stock. Now entering the ring is class number 62, Natural Color Yearling Rams. At the conclusion of our selection of our champion Natural Color Ram, we will be taking a short 10-minute break. Once again, at the conclusion of the Natural Color Ram selection, we will be taking a short 10-minute break. After our 10-minute break, we will be going into our weather show.
really got a good set of natty bucks here. And again, all three of them I think are really good. I think as you kind of check, get a chance to put your hands on them and get a chance to kind of work your way through those. Buck we're going to lead off with, again, the one that's really boxy. He's really up fronted. I think one that's really good in his body and rib and got just an incredible handle and shape when you get right up the top side of his rack and out through his loin and out through that upper hip and rump and stays in transition. And you can see he's big-footed, he's stout-featured, does a lot of neat things in a lot of neat ways as we kind of get out here. I think the one that follows him is the one that we've got here that, again, I think is another one that's up and out. I think, again, he is another one that's really ultra-tall fronted. He's level out of his hip and his rump. Still really good when we get through the front third of his body as we get out there. And, again, I think he's got a tremendous amount of shape, tremendous amount of muscle working on this particular buck. You get your hands on his testicles. You guys handle it just a little bit there. You can tell he's got probably just a little bump or bruise kind of working there. I'm sure the crew will work with you on him, but evaluate that as you see fit. And the buck that we've got in the third spot, another one that's very tall fronted, got a neat kind of look, still very good in his pin, got tremendous amount of shape and muscle working in him. Probably doesn't come with maybe a little of the extra bells and whistles that the ones that are right above him from the standpoint of maybe having just a little more extra feature, but muscle shape is really good in him also. Again, please evaluate these. They're a real nice set of blue bucks. Congratulations.
We now invite you all to come out and give a handle. Results from class number 62 natural color yearling rams. First place lot 313 DBL Wood Showstock. Second place lot 242 Johnson Family Showstock. Third place lot 383 Image Club Lambs. Now entering the ring is class number 63 natural color ram lambs.
Here in our natural buck lambs, here this guy that we've got out here is just really ultra good in his touch and his handle. When you get it right up on top of him, you got to really appreciate that squareness, the loin edge that he does have. He carries that squareness right in through his rack area. When you get behind him, you love the squareness right up over his upper part of his hip design. He's got that extra length of hip to go along with it. We get him out on the move, and he stays together really good from end to end. Congratulate these breeders here one more time for bringing a really good natural buck lamb.
We now invite you all to come out and give a handle. Results from class number 63 natural color ram lambs. First place and junior champion, lot 408, McLaughlin Griffin Sheep. Now in the ring, we will be selecting our champion overall natural color ram. Reminder, at the conclusion of this selection, we will be taking a quick 10-minute break, and then we will start back with our weather show.
As we get out here for our champion naturals, and again, don't have a lot of them, but I think qualities is extremely good. I think as you study the ones that we've got out here, and again, they're square, they're level, they're big loin, they tie together in their racks, their loins, and out through that upper hip and rumps extremely well. One we're going to use for champion, he's got really a big punch. When you grab your hands onto him, he reaches out. He's hard muscled. He's very shapy. He's got a neat kind of a look to him. We're going to use the yearling over here for our champion. Congratulations, guys. As we get out here for reserve, and again, I think it's probably a little bit closer, like Candy and I talked about. Again, I think shape, muscle is very good in both of these guys. The other yearling's probably a little more up and out as we kind of study him over there. Probably is in transition, maybe not quite as to the one that's just a little more complete when we get off to the side. Really balances extremely well. We're going to use the buck lamb here for reserve. Congratulations, guys.
Your champion natural color ram comes out of class number 62, lot 313, DVL Wood Showstock. Your reserve comes out of class number 63, lot 408, McLaughlin Griffin Sheep. At 12:25, we will begin back the show, starting with our weathers with class number 64. At 12:25, we will start with our weather show. Now entering the ring is class number 64, Crossbreed Weathers.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do want to remind you of the schedule today. After the conclusion of the weather show, we'll pick our grand and reserve grand champion weathers before we leave. But we will have junior showmanship starts at 2:15 today. You'll need to get with Chaston, and he will get you set up for the junior showmanship. Our grand drive will be at 5:30. We'll start with the breeding rams, then we'll do the weather sires. Then we'll go to the breeding ewes. Then we'll go to our weather dam division for our grand champion order. I would like to give a special thanks for our sponsor, the University of Idaho Sheep Center, for sponsoring our Royal Flush female sale this evening that will be immediately following our grand champion drive. There are catalogs at the clerk's table with those offerings tonight. There's some great genetics, some great donor ewes. Some of the donor ewes are actually here on location that you can go inspect those. And we're selling eggs and right to flush. Great opportunity for some unique genetics. And like I said, that'll be at the conclusion of our grand champion drives. Also want to give a big shout out for our other ring sponsors, RSG, Showright Feeds, and Sullivan Supply.
Hey, really nice set here as we get in this weather division. And again, I think some different neat pieces. I think, again, as we kind of total them up, I think the ones that we got up the front end, nothing for us, just total up, I think, really well. But I think there's probably different places for different spots for basically the end result of where you maybe want to position them as we get into the one we're going to lead off with for us is probably a little closer to where he needs to be from show day standpoint. I think one that's really up fronted. He's really good on his feet and legs. He balances up extremely well. He's good out of his rack shape, good out of his lines. I think one that ties together really good kind of upper hip and rump. Still has really good lower stifle and still has some really neat presence when he comes on in, and he stays high-headed with a neat kind of look and a really good kind of touch. Kind of an immature green one, and we debated a little bit about this on this one that's in the second spot. This one's unique enough in some areas that he's one that is really heavy boned. He's really stout featured. He's still very square. He's really good on his edges when you get right on top of this particular guy in his loin and his rack. Sets down with really kind of a neat kind of front end. He's got just really good outside parameters when you start talking about pin set, pin width. Those get into this guy with some lower stifle shape and stuff. And so as he gets and transitions and comes along, I think probably the one area we would like to protect maybe just a little bit on him, that'll probably blend and come together, or I hope it does, then I think he becomes a real big handful. I think the one that we go in the third spots is much like our top pair from the standpoint of shape and muscle, very three-dimensional. The wedge is very good. He's still very immature in his makeup. He's still high-headed, good looking, good in his line. Got enough length where he needs to have length of neck, length of stifle, length of rump, and does that, I think, very good. As we work into third or fourth and fifth out here, again, really good kind of weathers that you look at the study with some shape and muscle. I think just different stages, different maturity levels as those guys continue to stouten up and keep coming with a little more shape and a little more come to them up there on the top side, keeping on feed. We'll see lots of more future with them. So, again, feel free to handle these, and congratulations to these five. Nice job.
We now invite you all to come out and give a handle. Results from class number 64, first place, slot 345, Johnson Family Show Stock. Second place, slot 436, Perkins Show Stock. Third place, slot 270, Chico State Sheep Unit. Fourth place, slot 293, Jeffrey Club Lambs. Fifth place, slot 266, Chico State Sheep Unit. Now entering the ring is class number 66, Speckled Weathers. Just a reminder for this evening, we will start the grand drive at 5:30 p.m. here at the show ring. Immediately following, we will be doing our Royal Flush Proven Genetics sale. Also, if you are interested in doing youth showmanship, that starts at 2:15 here at the show ring. If you have any questions, please get a hold of Chaston. And if you are interested in nominating somebody for adult showmanship, please contact Scott Lane or Tim Turak or any other board member. It is a $20 buy-in and a double down option to buy out.
Here in our Speckled face weather class, the one that we're going to lead off with is just the one that puts more pieces together correctly in his design and his skeleton, especially up and through the front 2/3. He's really good down in the lower part of his shoulder and down in the lower part of his chest floor. When you handle him, he opens up really good through the center part of his loin. You like that about him. You like how he gets out and move. You just need to make him leveler right in through his dock, make him just a tick longer in through his hip, but here's another one that has a little more expression when you view him from behind, especially down in the lower part of that stifle area. The one that we got in second is extremely long-necked. You do appreciate that about him. It has that extension up and through the front end, just really shallow down in the chest floor also. You like the length of body that he does possess. Just when we get him on the move, he gets a little more rounder right in that hip design, but here's another one that's got some future to him. The one that we got in third, here's one just really stout in his features and his look. One that just is really smooth down through his top line. He's kind of open right in through the center part of his loin. I'd like to make him just a notch shallower right down in through that chest floor, but here another nice weather to bring into the speckled face. The two that we're in the class with are two that have some extension from flank to flank. You like that about them, right into the upper part of their shoulder and how they hook. They just get a little rounder when we get them out on the move, but here's two other ones that could be in that competition. Once again, let's go ahead and give these breeders another good round of applause.
We invite you all to come out and give a handle. Results from class number 66, Speckled Weathers. First place, lot 246, Dow Club Lambs. Second place, lot 267, Chico State Sheep Unit. Third place, lot 263, 2 Willow Club Lambs. Fourth place, lot 387, Chico State Sheep Unit. Fifth place, lot 268, Chico State Sheep Unit. Now entering the ring is class number 67, Valet Black Nose Weathers.
The wether that we're going to lead off with is just the wether that has the most structural correctness, especially when we get him out on the movement. This guy just stays together really well. He has a really good handle. Love his wool quality that he does have also. Really good in his features. He's good on his feet and legs. He's good in his bone makeup. The one in second, another really interesting individual that has a really good squareness from behind. Really good on those feet and legs also. Just not quite as stout as the one that we're leading off with. The one that we got in third, another really good individual. Really good on those front feet and right in through the squareness when you view him from behind. Has that extra length of body too. Let's go ahead and give all these individuals and breeders another good round of applause here.
We now invite you all to come out and give a handle. Results from class number 67, Filet Black Nose Weathers. First place, lot 53, Filet Black Nose Sheep of Washington State. Second place, lot 57, Steph's Little Farm. Third place, lot 54, Filet Black Nose Sheep of Washington State. Now entering the ring is class number 68, Hampshire Weathers. Just a reminder, we need those first and second places from class number 64, 66, and 67 to be ringside and ready, please.
really nice division again. I think quality I think is really good, and I think our champion out here that leads off this division again is one that's very square built. I think one that's very level out of his top line. He's long in his rump. He's long in his loin. He comes as extra dimensional shape. Still really good when we get right out through the front third of his body. He's really good through his undercarriage, out through his top line. Ties into a really neat kind of a structure with a very, very three-dimensional look. I think one that kind of ties things together, I think, really nice. The one that we go in the second or reserve spot, again, one that's just ultra green. I think as time comes along, I think he'll have better days ahead. I think one there again that's really good as you break him down. I think through the front third of his body, he is really neat, really clean build. He ties together really good skeletal build all the way from both ends. He ties together through his forerib. He's got enough spread when we get right up over his rack. I think the thing that's most unique about him, and when you get your hands on him, his edges are clear out. And I think as he continues to be a big one, he's not there today far enough along. He's going to have to come and expand as he continues through his rib cage, but there is some unique parts on him. A little more of a just kind of a straight fundamental one that goes in the third spot that's up fronted. He's tall fronted, still very shapy, got some ribs and body. You can tell he's got some grow in him. Really good quality all the way through, top end, extremely good. Congratulations.
We now invite you all to come out and give a handle. Results from class number 68, Hampshire Weathers. First place, lot 346, Johnson Family Showstock. Second place, lot 435, Perkins Showstock. Third place, lot 360, Two Willow Club Lambs. Now entering the ring is class number 69, Natural Color Weathers. Just a reminder, we need those first and second places from class number 64, 66, 67, and 68 to be ringside and ready, please.
Here in the Natties, we have two really good individuals, just a little differences in where they are in their maturity right now. wether that we're going to lead off with is just extremely long in his overall height saddle area, really good up and through his front end. He opens up really good through the center part of that loin edge area. You like the expression of muscularity that he has down into that lower part of his stifle. The one that we got in for the reserve in our naturals, here's just a really green individual. He's got a lot of qualities through the length of body that he does have and the extension up and through his front end. He's just really green in his handle yet, but just give this guy a little bit more time. His feet and legs, his structural design is real good there. Let's go ahead and give these exhibitors another good round of applause.
We now invite you all to come out and give a handle. Results from class number 69, Natural Color Weathers. First place, lot 304, Image Club Lambs. Second place, lot 375, Red Livestock. Now in the ring, we will be selecting our champion overall weather.
really a nice set of market lamb prospects. And again, I think as you kind of work your way through, and the consigners brought you ones that from different sizes, different maturities, I think different fits for different shows. Or shows all over the country 365 days a year. And so I think there's some of those that can kind of fit no matter mold. Both of us are consensus. The pair that we like really well, and again, I think the one we like, again, he comes back out here, and I think it's always neat to put the breeds together and get them all out here now. They kind of put the parts and pieces together. What we're going to use is one that's really good ribbed. He's up and out. He's stout. He's square. He's very shapely. You drop your hands on him. I think that's where he just kind of puts the final punch across. He's got a really good top shape working into him. It's very smooth, very blended, works together very well. The cross down there will be our champion. Congratulations. As we come in for reserve, and again, I think the rest of them tie together, I think, really well. We like this one the next best. I think he's very unique in his build. I think there's some neat, unique characters about this one from a standpoint of he's stout featured, he's square built. I think he's unique in his kind. I think again, he's got lots more upside kind of built into him, and he's a little greener, a little different than our champion. I think he's a little further along. This one's greener and got probably a little more staying power later on into the season, but we like him the next best. The reserve cross there will be the reserve. Congratulations.
Your champion Weather comes out of the Crossbreed division, class number 64, lot 345, Johnson Family Show Stock. The reserve also comes out of the Crossbred Weathers, class number 64, lot 436, Perkins Show Stock. Just a reminder, at 2:15 we will begin with our youth showmanship. If you have any questions about that, please ask Chasten. Also, with our adult showmanship, that is a $20 buy-in with a double-down option to buy out. Please contact Scott Lane or Tim Turak or any other board member to ask questions about that. Starting at 5:30 p.m., we will begin with our grand drive here at the show ring, and immediately following the grand drive, we will begin our Royal Flush Proven Genetics sale. If you guys would like to register for a buyer number for tonight or tomorrow, please go to the clerk's table and go ahead and get that done. We would also like to thank our sponsors for this weekend, RSG Reproductive Specialty Group. They are set up underneath the awning if you guys would like to talk to them. Also, we have Show Right Feeds, the University of Idaho Sheep